What's up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but we are back and we're gonna do a collective reading for the Gemini new moon. And I'm really excited about this one, you guys. It's gonna be pretty positive. We have hella planets in Gemini, including both of our benefics, Jupiter and Venus. We've got Mercury in there conjuncting Jupiter. We've got Venus with the sun and the moon during this new moon. So there's relationship resets. This is all about communication, thoughts, information. So, there's new mindsets coming in, new ways of communicating, new ways of defining what we value coming in. And it's just going to be a pretty pleasant energy for everybody. Saturn is involved here, so there is going to be some need to sacrifice and really commit to new paths, new opportunities that are coming up for us. But it's going to be very positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a Celtic cross and kind of see what is coming through for everybody with this Gemini new moon. And then we're also going to pull some of the Wild Unknown Archetypes Oracle cards to enhance our message. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the Celtic cross. And, if you want to use the timestamps below to skip directly to the reading, please feel free to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and do my shuffle and pull the cards right now. All right, Spirit. Thank you for connecting with the energies of the collective for this Gemini new moon. Please bring forward prominent messages, what we may be experiencing at this time with this lunation cycle. Please and thank you, Spirit. So we're going to start off with the Heart of the Matter. Ooh, first and foremost, the Magician coming out. That's the Gemini card. Crossing this, the Hierophant. So we're coming out with two majors, so this is a pretty big deal already. What is the root? The World in the reverse. So many majors. I'm surprised that we've got 3 majors already out of 10 cards for the Celtic cross. So let's see what is the crown here. Y'all, I shuffle these cards too. The Ace of Swords, new information, new communication coming through. Love that. Okay. What is the energy of the recent past, Spirit? The Emperor in the reverse. We got so many majors. Holy cow. Okay. All right. The energy of the near future, Spirit. What energy do you see for the near future? Whoa. This one wanted to fly out. So I'm actually going to take it. I don't always take out my jumpers like that, but I'm going to take it and see just how it fits in with the spread here. Okay. Now we're going to pull the energy of the collective or the parent in regards to the situation or the question. So we're showing up as the Hanged Man. Interesting. And the energy for the environment, Spirit. The 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. The energy of our hopes and fears. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. We got hella majors. And hella Pentacles. 1 Swords card so far, which is crazy because we are in Gemini season and there's only 1 air energy coming through so far. What is the final outcome, Spirit? Please and thank you. The 10 of Swords. So this is all Swords, Pentacles, and Major Arcana. This is such an interesting Celtic cross. But before I get into it, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the Oracle cards as well. So we're going to pull 2 of these, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into the energies of this Celtic cross. All right, first and foremost, we're going to start with the Heart of the Matter, and we've got the Magician in the reverse, and we've got the Hierophant crossing that for better or for worse. So with the Magician coming through in the reverse, this is the Gemini card, first and foremost. And so with this Gemini new moon, during this time, it feels like a lot of us are maybe having a little bit of difficulty kind of synthesizing all of the pieces to in order to like manifest a certain goal, right? The magician, they have the ability to use any of the suits. They have a cup, they have a sword, they have a wand, and they have a pentacle. And they want to use all of these tools in order to move forward with their manifestations. So, because this is coming through in the reverse, it almost feels like, we have these goals that we want to achieve, right? But we're not quite sure how to put the pieces together. And what's crossing that is the Hierophant. So, this is for better or for worse, what is crossing this magician energy. And the Hierophant is all about tradition, it's all about social constructs, it's all about the tried and true, the status quo. It could be about marriage, it could be about commitment. But it could go, in a few different ways, right? Because with this Magician card in the reverse and the Hierophant crossing, it could be that we're struggling to put these pieces together because we don't know how they fit exactly into the zeitgeist, or how to put these things together in a way that is socially acceptable or socially understandable. It may be that we might be coming across like a mentor who has like some type of success in this field or with this goal that we're trying to create, and they're coming in to provide new information, to provide basically a framework to basically put synthesize the materials that you have into a successful whatever it is that you're trying to be successful with, right? So that's the heart of the matter. It's like we have a goal, we're not quite synthesizing our resources to actualize this goal. And there may be somebody coming through to give us information and kind of lay out a framework for us or how we can do that. Or it could be that one of the issues that we're experiencing with this restriction or inability to put these pieces together is that we might be trying to do it in a way that other people have done it before and it's not quite working. So maybe even consider doing it in a way that's just completely unique, that's completely your own. What is grounding this is the World in the reverse. So whenever I see this card, it reminds me of Groundhog Day. You know what I mean? It's almost like the definition of insanity or whatever, but it's like going on a loop, on a loop, on a loop, and you can't basically create a new experience unless you make some tweaks along the way, right? There has to be a certain tweak in the way that you use your energy, in the way that you're moving, your intentions forward. That can break this cycle, that can break this pattern. It looks like we want to have a conclusion of some sort. We want to have, an ending or take a step into like a new adventure, but we can't get out of this current experience right now because we're doing things in the way that we've always done them, right? So what's crowning, or what the message of the universe is, the Ace of Swords. You need to do something new. You need a new idea. You need to communicate something new, express something in a different way than you've been expressing it before. I feel like there's some type of clarity that's coming through, especially with this Gemini new moon. It's all about communication. It's all about information. It's all about clarity and understanding and changing mindsets. So like I said, there could be somebody coming through, especially with this Hierophant that's crossing the Magician, that has some type of communication or new idea or thought process on how you can move forward towards your goals and synthesize the resources that you have available to you that's right in front of you. Okay, so the energy of the recent past is the Emperor in the reverse. So this has to do with our autonomy and like leadership and basically our ability to kind of just like stand on business. So maybe you had an experience in the recent past where you couldn't do something on your own, or maybe that's like influencing this magician energy, this restriction. It's almost like you feel like you don't know how to use these resources on your own. You're not like a master of them, and you don't have like authority of them. So with this Emperor in the reverse in the recent past, it's just like um, kind of accepting the fact that you probably can't do this on your own. Like, you need help. You know what I mean? It's just like you can't just be stoic. You kind of have to let your guards down, let your defenses down, so that you can be receptive to new information, so that you can be receptive to new ideas, new thought patterns, and new ways of, synthesizing your materials and synthesizing your resources in order to create your dreams, create your manifestations. The near future, we've got the Four of Pentacles. And this is pretty interesting for the near future card because the Four of Pentacles is actually pretty conservative. But you know what? This could be a message showing that we are really doing the best with what we have so far, right? Because it seems like there is a certain foundation that you have already built up with whatever this goal is that you're trying to actualize, that you're trying to manifest. And you've been holding on to that foundation. I'll say that. You've been holding on to the pieces of success that you've had so far, but we may be realizing that we are not necessarily growing and advancing further in this goal because we're not allowing ourselves space to kind of, let go of what we've already achieved, what we've already amassed, is what I would say, because we're holding on so tight to this foundation. We're holding on so tight to this structure that we already have with this goal. And the inability to kind of loosen your grip on this foundation is also causing you to not be able to advance, you know what I mean? And to create more abundance because you're so attached to what you already have already, and it's not even a lot. You know what I mean? It's not even a lot. So if you loosen your grip on that a little bit, you may be able to move forward or accept new information or accept new ideas or put into action new ideas, new investments to, continue the growth that you desire. So in regards to our question, or in regards to the new moon in Gemini, we're coming through as the Hanged Man. This is the position of the querent. And so what this is showing me is that, like, during this time, we're really being still, right? And I can also see that with this Four of Pentacles, but it's like taking a moment to be more still so that you can allow different perspectives to come in, right? Because with the Hanged Man too, this almost feels like this person is waiting for spiritual information. But what is going on is that there is a complete awareness that there needs to be a perspective shift, right? That you need to be able to see things from a bunch of different angles so that you can kind of see, for some reason I wanted to say the loopholes. But you can just see different entry points, right? Different ways that you can get your foot in through the door. And make some changes, right? Because what's coming through in the environment and what we're working with is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And, when this is coming through in the environment, it's basically showing me that, we don't like to accept help from others. We don't necessarily always like to let people in on our plans and on our goals and what we're trying to build and achieve for ourselves. It seems like we're very protective of those things, but because you're not allowing collaboration, because you're not allowing other people to look at your plans, to look at what you're creating, you know what I mean? And to kind of just see what, like, your business plan is, it's like you don't get any new information on what you could be doing better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You need to release this grip on what you have. It feels like you have a particular goal that you're trying to create, and you're very protective of that, and you don't want anybody else to kind of put their input in, But this particular position of the spread, the environment, really connects to this root card, And so maybe that is the pattern. Maybe that is the habit that you don't allow yourself to accept help or even ask for help or allow other people to support you. And that's why you're stuck on this loop. You're stuck on this, like, energy of not really knowing what to do, you know what I mean? Not really knowing how to best use your resources. And, you know, you've been doing it in some way and you have had some success, but at the end of the day, like, this is all you can have if you're holding on so tight to your goals and you don't even want other people to, like, help you. You know what I mean? You don't want to show other people your ideas because you're afraid of them, like, taking them or something like that, you know? So loosen that up a little bit. Allow new information to come through. Allow new people to allow people to see, you know, what you're working with. There could be a mentor here that can really help you, really synthesize, you know, your resources and your materials. In the hopes and fears, we've got this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is interesting because the 10 of Pentacles will a lot of times be the culmination of a goal, right? Something that you've been working so hard for, and then once you reach the 10, it's the manifestation, it's the physical manifestation of this goal that you've been working towards. So this is definitely speaking a lot towards the fears, right? We're afraid that we're going to put in so much effort, so much time and so much effort and not be happy with the result, right? Not be happy with the end result and not be happy with the manifestation. If this is your hope, it feels like you want to be able to put in a lot of work to achieve a certain goal, but you don't want the attachment of what the success is, right? You don't want to be like pigeonholed or stuck into creating in one type of way because it has, you know, actually manifested physically a goal of yours, a desire of yours. It's like we want the achievement, but we don't want to be bound to what that achievement is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be successful in a certain way, but you don't want to be defined by that specific way that you created that success. So it's either, you know, you're afraid of working super hard towards a goal and not even like being happy with the outcome, or it's like you want the outcome but you don't want to be attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the attachment is also reminiscent of this, you know, world in reverse energy, where if you receive this you know, manifestation of your goal, and then you get attached to how you created that, then you can also get, you know, caught up in this world in the reverse energy again, where when you're on Groundhog Day and you can't find a way to use your energy or move your energy forward, and start new adventures, have new ideas, and be able to move in any direction that you want. You know what I'm saying? So the final outcome for this Gemini new moon is the 10 of Swords, and I like that. This is the a lot of times I'll call it the hit, you know, the hit rock bottom card, like the down and out card. But this is actually really good in this context because this is where you want to be. You want to feel like you're completely out of your own ideas so that you can let new ideas come in. You know what I'm saying? Like the combination of this Ace of Swords and this 10 of Swords, it's like you've gone through every way that you thought of that you could, you know, move closer towards your manifestation and move closer towards your goals. But you're realizing that having the same mindset all the time is not going to allow you to get out of this Groundhog Day energy. It's not going to allow you to finish up this chapter and move forward towards something else and have new ideas and have new ways of communicating. So with this Gemini new moon energy, like, it's really creating this vibe of learning how you can use your energy different, right? I think that's really what we all want to do right now. It's just we want to have new ideas. We want to find the new path. We want to change the way that we think about ourselves, or that we think about our goals, or that we think about our desires, so that we can have something new. You know what I mean? So that we can have more success, so that we can move closer towards our ideal experience and our ideal manifestations. So that is the Celtic Cross portion of this Gemini new moon, and I hope that this is resonating for y'all. I'm going to go ahead and flip over the oracle cards. We've got the wild unknown archetypes, and I'm going to read basically the definitions from the booklet to see if they are really matching with the energy of this spread, or if they just have messages for you personally to take with you. So we've got the dead end. That's what this is, you guys, the dead end. And then we also have the hunter. All right, so let me go into the booklet and read both of these energies really quick. I'm actually going to put them right here so you can see them a little bit better. All right, the dead end and the hunter. And you guys know me, I say this every time. As soon as they put the L in there, I'm lost. Like, okay, here it is. The dead end. The closed door, the final chapter, the impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have received the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our own way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So when this is light, we have acceptance, humility, relief, and reverence for change. When it's dark, we have inertia, stuckness, tension, and unconscious gripping. But that's absolutely correct, right? It's the end, the dead end, the down and out card is the new beginning, right? Because when there's no more paths, when there's no more roads to go, here mentally, something new will come up if you sit with it, right? If you sit with that space. And honestly, too, if you, share, communicate with others and, kind of just like share where you're at, where you've been, and where you want to go. With this Gemini new moon, like, a lot of you might find out that you're like at the right place at the right time, or you communicate the right thing to the right person, and just that creates just this awesome like breakthrough in your perspective. And then you can kind of like move forward in a way that you haven't moved before. So let's go ahead and read the hunter. If I can find it. Here it is. The hunter. The seeker, the pursuer, the predator. The hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-oriented. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her giver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? So when light, this is focused, energized, respectful, and seasoned. When dark, this is irresponsible. It violates, it's violent, and poaching. So that's what I've got for the oracle cards. And I think that's also pretty relevant with our spread that we have here, with the hunter and the weapon. It's like, you know what you want, right? But the dead end and the impasse might be like this Hierophant energy where you don't know how to synthesize your materials and your resources in a way that is socially acceptable, or in a way that people expect you to be moving this energy towards a particular goal. And so like I said, this is the time to communicate with people. That's all about all what Gemini energy is about. It's about communicating. It's about being social, playing with ideas, you know, playing with different paths, you know. I kind of lost my train of thought where I was going there, but I hope that this all resonates with y'all. I'm going to actually hop off now. This is the message for the Celtic Cross for the Gemini New Moon. If this resonates with you, definitely give me a like and comment your story down below in the comment section. If you want to follow along for more readings in the future, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have other social media outlets such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And if you would like a personal reading, you can feel free to check out my website, recklessabandontarot.com. And from there, you can see the other services that I have to offer and time slots where you can book me. So I hope that this, you know, provides some good information for you for this Gemini new moon. And I will see you next time.